Welcome to a new episode of the Louisville Bulls. Louisville Bulls franchise. We got some players that want to negotiate contracts. And we got our wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins. We're going to go very player friendly. We just signed him for another 4 years. We're going to get Morgan Moses for 3 more years. And that's all we'll do for right now, but we got the 3-1 Bengals in Paycor Stadium. We beat them last year in Paycor, and beat them at home. So we swept the Bengals, but now it's time to see if we can start another sweep of the Bengals. And then we'll get our chance to sweep the Cleveland Browns next week. But it's time to play football on a Sunday afternoon. Madden NFL 24 football, Louisville, Cincinnati starts right now. I'll see you at halftime.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Up next, we'll see Joe Mixon. He'll be a focal point of his offense this week. It's the Bengals and the Bulls, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Bulls of Louisville taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Jackson looking to throw right away. Flushed out right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To throw is Jackson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now. Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And they get 14 yards there and a first down. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. A stoppage here for an injury, and not what you want to see. J.K. Dobbins in a little bit of pain after that last play. So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Miles Murphy. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now it's Jackson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. The quick feet by Jack. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bulls are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, CD, that was a well-orchestrated drive by Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, and how about the way he capped it off, too? Orchestrate the drive and then let everybody know exactly who the guy is on the field you've got to watch on every play. Finishes it off with a touchdown run.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. Sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a 2nd, 3rd reaction play and create downfield.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. When you look at this defense, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
The best defenses I know, they draw lines in the sand and say you're not going to cross that. For most of them, it's 100 yards of total offense. They didn't quite accomplish that, but still a pretty darn good game last week. Just over 100 yards of total offense given up.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
Here we go, here we go.
Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
1 1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls, because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape. Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. The quick feet by Jackson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's Edwards-Helaire. A nice little juke. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Burrow will throw. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. This is fielded at the 27. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. So here's Louisville set to take over on offense. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Jackson going to run again. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. On the option right is Jackson. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bulls have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Bengals nothing. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be taken down right there at the 38. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
12, 12, 11, 11, 11, mighty, 12, 11, MT, Kate.
Play action. It's Burrow. On a heavy rush, and down he goes. Roquan Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
That's taken in by Higgins. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Burrow on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. They go play action with Burrow. Open man is Higgins. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. 2nd and 6. Here's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he's taken down inside the 30. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they act panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Burrow's throw there taken in by Smith. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. Fair to say, it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air again, Burrow. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here's Louisville set to take over on offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range as well, down at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
That's the end of the first half, and in terms of, scoring, it was a pretty low-scoring first half. Not like our game against Washington where it was like 10-3 at halftime. It's 14-7, both teams have scored touchdowns. Lamar Jackson, 8 of 10, 146, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Joe Burrow, 13 of 19, 119 in a score, and J.J. McCarthy 0 for 1. His only pass was a interception so far. Lamar Jackson 9 for 125 and 2 rushing scores. Clyde Edwards-Helaire 4 for 18, and J.K. Dobbins 2 for -1 yard. Here you see some of the stats for our receivers. And it's time, but now it's time to get you back for the second half. Enjoy, everybody.
We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Bengal offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime, Mings, had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
11, Thomas. 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Dumps it off to Mixon. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Burrow. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Fights loose. And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. And he he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This is caught. Touchdown. Mark Andrews, 27 yards. And the Bulls are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Stop.
On play action, they'll throw. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. David Ojabo running in to take him down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now it's Burrow. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterward.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a hole. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Stop.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. It's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Holding. Offense.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Play action. It's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Yards that time.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, They almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable, but that time the defense was on to it.
And partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And a Louisville first down.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
A give. Dobbins trying the right side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it. But don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying up.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
11.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
12. 11.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
11 mighty. 11 12. 11 MT.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he's brought down. The LSU connection. Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first.
And the Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
brings up
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. Stop.
Burrow on play action. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
11 MT. 11 MT. 11 11. 11 Thomas. 11 11 11. 12 12 12. Stop.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now a pause for the injury, and that is, yes, Joe Mixon clearly in some discomfort following that last play. Burrow will throw. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Burrow now off the bootleg, and that will be incomplete as well.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard.
Middle.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. And this offense on third down today, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. On now is the punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fights through him. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. So Burrow and the Bengals down by 2 touchdowns. 2:14 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incomplete.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. They're taking a...
After review of the play.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Again, Jackson will keep it. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. A give up the middle to Dobbins. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game, that means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0. 4th down, here's Jackson. Being chased out left. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No.
Clock is in 000. Ball game over. Final score. Bulls 24. Bengals 17.
Tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed.
That does it for our game here today. We moved to 5-0.
Keep the home field.
Put some player stats for you on the day. Jackson 11 of 14, 216 and a touchdown. How about him running 19 for 174 and 2 touchdowns? He accounted for all 3 touchdowns. Mark Andrews gets the receiving score. And man, a big-time game today for the win. That does it for me. Like, comment, subscribe, and enjoy this video. I hope you will enjoy every other video that comes from Season 2 of the Louisville Bulls franchise.